The corporations have not yet won.
Community still exists in small tucked-away areas not often talked about.
Artists and businesses beginning to thrive in places thought to be defeated.
Dave, I like to call him David Francis.
And I, Tom Maslowski,
are here to give you a glimpse of what's going down in downtown J-Town.
We're going to be interviewing all of our favorite musicians,
Artists and business owners
that give every ounce of themselves into what they do.
I am Tom Maslowski.
Hi guys, I'm Dave. David Francis, as some know me, yes.
What do you mean by that?
I don't know.
Who knows him? I don't know who he is at the time. I don't even know him anymore.
Anyway, I'm trying to get my words in now because the way we're setting this up, I'm going to be off microphone.
I did that on purpose. I have kind of an ego problem.
This is terrible.
What's going down in downtown J-Town?
Except we're not in downtown J-Town. Where are we, Tom?
We are in Manhattan, Illinois at Down on the Farm.
That's
Seriously.
right. 2-day music and camping festival in Manhattan, Illinois.
All local bands, there's some local beer, there's great food, there's tons of vendors and things to do and stuff to buy and look at. And most of all, the music is good, the sound is good.
That's right. We're going to interview some of the staff, some of the bands, anyone involved that we can get here before the band is done playing, because there's 2 stages.
2 stages
One
all day.
One stage currently playing is kind of far away, and you can hear the sound check going on the second stage that's much, much closer to where we're currently sitting.
So we're going to be blasting through as many people as we can convince to come back in this weird garage. It's actually very nice in here, and there's air conditioning. We are here at Down on the Farm. We have with us today one of the founding members of this great festival, Eric Kraft.
Hey, glad to be here.
Eric, thanks for making time out of your running around to do a quick interview.
Hey, no problem.
So you're the lead guitarist of Soap. What time are you guys playing? Twice this weekend or just tonight?
We're playing 2 times on Saturday, and tonight we're doing. Some of us are doing a Talking Heads tribute with a bunch of other special guests.
Very nice, very nice. And coming all the way from Minnesota, this is quite a huge undertaking to try to do something this crazy from out of state. When did you get into town?
We got into town about a week early. Hit the ground running. We kind of know, we've done it long enough, we kind of know what we need to do every day, and we can, by doing that, we know if we're ahead or behind schedule. So
not only are you playing 3 times this weekend, but you're running everything. Do you have like specific duties that you're in charge of?
Yeah, I just kind of oversee and like general manage the festival, while some of us, like my cousin Skylar, tends to do the vending and the property issues, and we all just assign ourselves some tasks, and we have to delegate to make sure it gets done.
Now, that last sentence, did you have any idea that you'd be saying something like that at the first festival? Was it 9 years ago? Is that right?
Yes, it was 9 years ago, and no.
No.
Because there was not much delegating going on back then. It was just a party in a field, pretty much.
How many bands were at the very first fest?
One. It was
one band, just so.
We might have had our bud Sean Scheel open for us, but I don't even know if he was at the first one. It might have been the second or third. And then we slowly started introducing bands, and then now we're up to 23. So
23 bands.
Yeah.
So you guys have 2 days, 2 stages, and they're just flip-flopping. What is the last set? This is my favorite part about it.
The last set on Saturday?
And the last set, on both days.
Oh, the last set tonight is Growler, Bluegrass.
What time do they go on?
They go on from 2 to 3.
2 to 3. That's my favorite schedule. That's like when I'm done with work, I can actually go see a concert. It's kind of my favorite thing. And you guys have camping and all kinds of different stuff too, right?
Yep, camping, day passes, so local people can come and go. We try to accommodate to everybody. We want the festival goers to come here and be able to camp and stay, not go home and, after partying, drive and all that. And then we also want the locals to be able to come in and leave and, go back and,
It's nice to be able to kind of come and go if you want to, go home for a minute if you need to.
Yeah.
I'm kind of a fan of going home once in a while.
Yeah, showers are nice.
Showers are the best, especially when it's sweaty out.
Yeah.
Well, Eric, I know you're crazy, insanely busy, and you guys are about to be getting set up to go on stage yourself.
Yes, we're about to start playing some Talking Heads. It's going to be fun.
All right, Eric,
Yes, thank you.
Thanks a lot.
What about the time you were rolling over? You falling on your face. You must be.
We have with us today Mr. Sean Wannell of the Joliet Brewers Guild. What's going on, Sean?
Not much. How you doing, Tom?
How many beers do you guys have on draft today?
We have 3 right now. Yeah.
What do you got?
3 different beers. We have the Redfoot Leadfoot, which is a red IPA. We have the Freedom Farm IPA, which was all Columbus hops, and then we have a barrel-aged stout, which is 11%. And
I love
very
barrel-aged
tasty.
stouts.
It's
Those
a
are my
good
favorite
one.
thing ever.
Yeah, it's for later.
Kind of a stout, man. Even though it's like 100 degrees outside most time in the summer.
It was impressive. It impressed me. It's one of the best beers I've ever brewed.
Now, how long have you been brewing?
I've been brewing for 7 years. 7 years this month. Actually, 7 years this month.
Do you happen to keep track of how many gallons you've brewed?
I couldn't tell you offhand, but I do. It went down over the years. Like I started off all full force twice a month, and then life gets in the way, and it's tailed off. But I do have a count somewhere.
Do you do it? You can keep track? That's awesome.
I write down every single recipe I brew, how much I brewed. I write, even if it's a recipe I've brewed 3-4 times, I write it down every time.
So is it just any old notebook? Do you have like a giant collection of all these things?
I have 2 composition books. One got full, so I got the second one, and I keep it so I can look back. Like if one turns out real good, you want to be able to look back and say, "Oh yeah, I did this," Because sometimes drinking gets involved during brew day.
Imagine that. People drinking while brewing beer.
You really need to make notes because you're never gonna remember.
No. I do that a lot of times with cooking. I'm like, yeah, I'll just, I always add the same things in. It's always different every time.
You need to make notes with life.
Yeah.
The older you get, the more notes you need to make.
And how did you get involved with the Joliet Brewers Guild?
Well, it began at the Chicago Street Pub, which is where I drink.
Yeah,
So
home to all of us.
It was just where I needed to be. I was like, what? There's a brew club? Well, I have to be there.
So now, who was on the ground floor of making that whole thing?
Joel Rakowski he was a member of the Plainfield Ale Enthusiast Pale
Authority.
Whatever. Pale was the name. And well, they started moving. They moved their brew meetings to Aurora. It was too far for him and his partner to be driving to drink at a beer meeting. And he said, well, I'm going to start my own. And I'm glad he did because it's grown to close to, I would say, give or take around 50 members, give or take, but
and you guys,
45, at least.
The beer that I've had that these guys have made has been amazing. There was the one that I thought was going to be really strange. It was it Fruity Pebbles?
Oh, Tricks. The
Tricks.
One.
The IPA.
Only the lemon comes out in it. All them different colors, you get lemon out of it. I thought it would be a sweet, nasty beer, but
it was great. It was awesome. And
I didn't brew that one, but yeah, we have we've got members that went on to open breweries. Like
what are a couple of those breweries?
Metal Monkey Brewery is a few guys from our brew club, and the Will County Brewing Company, I think they're called. They're opening up soon in Shorewood.
Okay.
That's a member of ours. I think that's it for now. I hope I'm not forgetting anybody.
Well, we won't hold you to it.
Yeah.
Now, you guys are at a lot of festivals. I know. I remember seeing you. Obviously, Hop String Fest. You were always at that one.
We have fun.
No more Hop String Fest this year, but where are you guys going to be at the rest of the summer?
There's a Midwest Brewers Fest. It's October 7th. We'll definitely be there. We're doing a small, a cathedral area Joliet beer walk thing that we just found out about yesterday that we're going to be a part of.
What day is that?
I think that's the same day as the Brewers Fest, October 7th.
Oh no!
And it's a ticketed event. Like it's 5 different houses in the cathedral area in Joliet, and you go from house to house, 45 minutes each house, and you get to have. There'll be a couple breweries at each house.
Oh, that's awesome.
But there's going to be real breweries there. We're home brewers, and we get to come and
you guys make some great beer, though, man.
We do it just for we don't make any money. We just kind of like to get the impartial feedback from people we don't know. And
sure. Yeah, because you guys really
it's fun.
You can't really sell it, right? You have to give it. Yeah.
It's only been 4 years since we could legally even bring it to fests like this. Like before, legally, not that anybody enforces that, but we were supposed to keep it in our homes and drink it for us, and now we can bring it to Fest. I can share it. I can give it to people, and
Which is great.
yeah, it's fun.
And speaking of which, Sean is currently the brewmaster, well, the pour master, over in the green room right now.
Yeah, we're giving beers to all the bands, we have some good ones on tap.
So
I'm enjoying them.
we're going to let him go pour some beers because basically I want another beer. And we're actually going to have the JBG on one of our in-studio radio show podcasts coming up. So look for that one. So we were here setting up, and another band was on stage killing it. It was an awesome band. And so while I saw these people hanging out backstage, I snagged them as fast as I could before they changed their mind. You guys want to introduce yourselves, please?
We are the People Brothers Band out of Madison, Wisconsin. I'm Greg Schmidt. I play drums.
I'm Teresa Marie, one of the lead vocalists.
I'm Bobby, the keyboard player.
You guys sounded amazing. How long have you been a band?
Goodness, we always debate, but technically we're going on 10 years.
10 years.
No, we're on our 9th year right now. Our 10 year will be on 4/18/08. We can't say we're on our 10 year until we hit that.
Oh, okay.
So there's definitely a debate that goes on. That was the debate we just witnessed right
No,
there.
no. That was us saying, no, we're 9 years right now.
Yeah.
We'll celebrate it when we hit it.
It's very legit. They're not trying to pull any punches here.
No,
we'll hit it big.
We're honest.
And man, I heard you talking on stage about community and family and everyone getting together, and that's, I'm so glad to hear more people talking about this. That's the whole point of our podcast.
Oh, I love it.
It's called What's Going Down in Downtown J-Town, since we've never met each other before in our lives. And it's all about the local music and community.
Stop slapping the table on the microphone.
I just got yelled at, guys. So,
It wasn't us, though. We're doing good, right?
yeah, they know what they're doing. Their hands are on their laps, and I'm like,
I had sad face already.
We need some outtakes.
Or we could just keep it all in and be a funnier episode. I don't know what you guys think.
Oh, I like
It's more
that.
raw.
I like that.
We are hilarious.
More jokes, the better. So what about community?
We like community, and our whole podcast is about all that, all the music that's in downtown Joliet, and everyone works together, and then to hear other people that we don't know saying the same things is like proof that it's going to happen.
It is going to happen.
It's our turn.
It's a universal feeling, and it's a universal thing right now, and I think there's nothing more important that we can be doing right now than trying to spread community and love, and doing it through music, and I feel like we've got such a sweet vehicle, and we're so lucky to be able to do this with our lives, to be able to come out here and say, love each other, build this community.
And mean it.
And mean it. Yeah.
Mean it.
Absolutely, and it's what a cool thing to be doing, what a powerful thing to be doing, you know what I mean? And it's awesome. We're lucky. We're really lucky people.
Yeah, it's great because this fest, we were talking to some of the people that had got the whole thing started, and it was a kegger party, is what they basically said. It was one band, and now there's people from different states coming out and huge talent. It's not just we found 23 bands. It's good shit,
It's awesome.
This is good
This
stuff.
feels really great. This is a great community feeling.
Well, thanks, and hopefully you guys can start coming back more often. There's a bar called Chicago Street Pub. It's in downtown Joliet, and it's live music, original music preferred.
Nice.
You don't see tribute bands playing there very often or anything like that. We'd love to have you down.
We would
at
love
that
to come
place.
down.
We'll have to exchange info and stuff
That
like
would
that.
be amazing.
It's a small place with a huge scene.
We have fit together on stages that were smaller than this table.
Nice.
We jammed into the tiniest of stages.
We play everywhere. We love playing anywhere and everywhere.
Wherever we can
We just
touch
came.
people.
We were in Cincinnati last night, just outside of Cincinnati last night. We're showing up today. Tomorrow we got to go to a festival kind of towards Rochester. Then we're doing Madison at the end of the week. So it's
So you guys travel a lot?
yeah, we do. We've been and we have the whole time we've been a band.
Wow.
It's kind of been just we don't know any better.
So then you don't have the 9-to-5 job thing going then, right?
Oh no, we do.
We do.
Holy shit.
We do. You know
You
what I
have
mean?
great bosses then.
Yes.
Yeah, and plus all of us are we're fired up. We got energy. We're on a mission. We're on a mission from God.
Oh yeah.
We're down by Joliet. We're on a mission from God.
That's all we need. Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Little Blues Brothers.
Yeah, you have to add that in there. Hey, do you guys have any albums right now for sale?
Yeah.
Did you bring stuff with you?
We do. We have our studio album, Middle of the In-Between, available here.
Yeah, and that came out in 2014, and we're really proud of that. That was our, we did a live one first, and that one came out about 2012, and then we had our next one, our studio album, 2014. That's Middle of the In-Between. And that one got Best Pop R&B Album for Madison in 2014.
Nice.
And then this new one we got coming out, we are so excited about because we've been saving.
It's gonna change the world.
We've been saving some. We've been saving this material, and we're just ready to unleash it. And it's, we've been recording it the last few months, and we are just ready to pop this baby out. It's going to be called Love Electric. It's named after the title track on there, which we just feel is. That's
powerful.
That one we're feeling really good about, just that song. We really feel like it really just displays who we are.
Nice. And when are you guys set to release that?
In this fall.
Oh.
We don't have an exact date yet. We're trying to get out of festy season right now. It's a little hectic with just everything going on because we're doing
all the festivals and we have our
We're doing 4 festivals this weekend.
Yeah, your own.
Yeah.
And where did that flyer go?
Oh, I sold it.
Got one in his hand.
Nice.
Oh no, I found it.
Can you zoom in on this fantastic flyer? It is a badass artwork too.
That is done by the Lackners, Tim and Cricket Lackner.
That's right.
Big plug. Tim is our rhythm guitarist. Tim and his wife work hard.
Yeah, so we throw 2 festivals throughout the year. We do one in early June called Bonfire, and that was our 2nd year for Bonfire. It's a smaller one. This other one, People Fest, this is the 9th year. We started it the same year we started as a band. We said, hey, we got a band. Why aren't we throwing a festival? So we called up 10 of our good friends' bands. We got 10 bands there. We had 100.
Kegs.
Yeah, we had 100 to 100.
A kegger party. Wait a minute. So someday
it was just 100 to 125 people, and we just didn't know what we were doing, but we said let's do it anyway. We've always been really good at organizing things, and we just don't. We've never known any better than to just keep doing what we're doing. Nobody can tell us we're doing it wrong because we just don't care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so 9 years we've been doing this festival, and it just keeps growing, And so we've got about 30 bands there this year. We've got Big Woo. We've got Dead Man Winter featuring Dave from Trampled by Turtles. We got
Frog Leg.
Yeah, we've got Frog Leg doing 2 sets.
Sorry, I have to cut the memory card.
No, that's fine.
Right.
Oh, man.
That's fine.
That's all right. That's all
I
right.
just like hearing myself. So I like.
Yeah, we can still add in other footage on this right now because Dave is still.
Are we
rolling.
still?
we're still
are we still
talking.
in a?
Yeah.
Really?
Okay,
Are
so
we still
now
potting?
we're doing the
We're still
radio
potting
version.
though.
We're pod.
Is this
Potting.
officially potting?
Now we're potting.
Okay.
We're pods.
I'll keep potting with you. Yeah, we got John Wayne in the pod. No, in the pain. We got Kind Country. We got Old Shoe.
What about soap? What about soap?
Yeah, we got
Old
soap.
Shoe, yeah.
Yeah, I know you heard of soap. And you heard Old Shoe. We got Useful Jenkins. We got Iftikhar, Foe, Lois Pear. It's gonna be crazy. We got Arteville Fusion from Peoria. So we got some Illinois bands. We try to spread the love out.
Drop us a line. Let's keep in touch because that was really
That would be
great stuff.
amazing.
Thank you very much.
That would be
Thank
so
you.
fun.
Yeah.
This festival is very similar to ours, and the way that it feels,
It
just
is.
like community and all these
Nice.
beautiful people and everybody loving each other.
And I would like to contribute some music as well. I'm in about 10 different local bands around
Nice.
here
Hit us
too.
up.
So
Hit us up.
yeah, that'd be great to
Absolutely.
do some show trading. And this
Yes.
guy's in a 9-piece.
Ooh.
The Big Len, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I like
talk.
it.
We need
I
to
like
talk,
it.
man. I mean,
Love the parody.
this is how we do what we do. This is how we've been going around for 9 years. 'Cause
How you meet new people, it's how you make it happen.
we just keep absorbing people, and we just keep being absorbed into other communities, and it's like what a cool thing to be doing,
Yeah.
and it's awesome. We love going around and having different hometowns, and having different groups
Absolutely.
where we just show up and it's like, oh man,
When you go there,
it's the
that your
coolest feeling.
Minnesota people are going to come there. And you know
Yeah.
that everybody's going to come there. And then
Absolutely.
when you do your festivals, just like this at People Fest, that's when all of those communities get together and they all meet each other.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where they just keep the love going and just keep building on what it is that we're doing.
Yeah, that's the best.
It
Because
is.
for a while, I'm a music teacher, and I was trying to get my students to get me to learn some of their songs. Like, what do you guys got?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, we'll do this and this and
What'd
this.
they bring you?
Dude, okay, and that's the funny thing. Beatles,
Oh,
Rolling
nice.
Stones,
Nice.
Black Sabbath, I'm like, no, come on, man.
Surprising.
I'm like,
The
give me, what's going on now? They're like, dude, there's nothing going on now. Like, that's really fucked up. That really sucks. And I'm like, you know what? It's my fault. I'm in 10 bands. All my friends are in 10 bands, and no one knows who the fuck we are.
Yeah.
And we all do well. We all have fun, and we make everyone happy. Why are we not telling anybody about this? Why is there no music heroes anymore? Why is there nothing going on where people are excited and want to do something and care about it?
Yes, you only know the band, you only know the Doors, you only know the Rolling Stones because they started somewhere and they kept plugging at it.
And they were genuine.
And they were genuine, absolutely. And when you found, I don't want to say a niche because this is not a niche. It's just literally, when we came together, it was magic. And we never ever discussed what genre of music we were gonna do. We never discussed any of these things. We just got together and we just vibed. And so all of it is 100% genuine and authentic, and the message that we're spreading is what we all live every day.
Sure.
Not just when we're on stage, not just when we're talking about it.
Right.
In podcasts, it's what we do every day.
Like we've had a lot of members because we've been around for 9 years, and I think like one of the most important things for us is like, it's like just as good as you are a musician, you need to be that good of like a person with your positivity and like willing to take that burden on your shoulders where it's like, hey, we're going to keep being positive and we're going to keep doing the best we can. You know what I mean? And spreading this community and having a mission, you know what I mean? And it's like, you know, and it's like you really see who buys into the mission. And it's like, and the mission it's not a self-serving thing. It's to make the community better, to make everything we're doing better.
If we don't start getting along and helping each other out, then we're all going to be against each other, and eventually everything's going to fall apart. So what's the point in that?
Yeah,
it makes no sense to me whatsoever.
That's why we love playing with all these different bands. We're lifting other people. We're lifting people up. They're lifting us up. It's the best, you know.
Yep.
It's cool. It's great coming to these new communities like this. You know?
Well, and we're glad to meet you. I'm glad that we can keep having fests around here that people like you want to come and play. That's awesome. That was great to see.
We'll be back next week around here for Summer Stomp.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, we're coming down there. I know they got Main Squeeze. They got Split Lip Rayfield.
Sure.
That's going to be another killer lineup. We're very excited.
Yeah, well, the audience will be excited to hear
We'll be
guys.
back for Shoe Fest.
Nice, you're playing Shoe Fest also?
Well, yeah, we're doing Shoe Fest. We bought shoes for it. We're ready.
You have to have at least 10 pairs of shoes, or you're not really a shoe fest kind.
I thought you weren't supposed to be wearing your shoes. I thought you brought a pair and you leave them, and then you walk around barefoot.
It's like
which one is it then?
It's like an exchange. It's like an exchange.
Like everybody throw in a shoe and take it. Meet your partner.
Like you tell them at the desk, like I wear 12, and it's like bowling shoes. You know, they just bring you one, and you're like, that's what you got this year.
But you don't get to bowl though.
No, you might.
Is there bowling?
Yeah.
Because if there's not bowling, I'm still going to be depressed.
You're not going to catch a strike. You might get athlete's foot. We'll see.
I swear that was the first thing I thought of. Like, what the fuck?
That's all right.
Well, guys, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Really appreciate you coming down and playing and doing this interview with us.
We had so much fun. It was nice to meet all of you.
We appreciate you guys, Tom, Dave, Colin on the camera. Thank you. No, we're happy to be here. We'll be happy all night. We're partying.
All right.
All night.
And as soon as we're done, so will we. Yeah,
Yes.
for sure.
Thank you.
Young lady?
Thank you
Teresa?
so much. Yes.
Bobby? Yep. Thanks a lot, guys. That was great.
Yay.
That was great. One of the things I love most about doing this podcast are all the musicians and all the great people I get to meet. I walked in to the fest today, and the first thing I hear after hearing Primus in my car is a Primus tribute band absolutely killing it. And I've never met this gentleman before in my life. He's going to be doing, he's in Soap. He's doing the Talking Heads tribute band tonight, and I said the Primus tribute band was one of the first things. Was it, what, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, something like that?
Oh yeah, 7. Yeah,
7 o'clock. One of these time hours. Hey, what is your name? My name's Tom, by the way.
Tom, I'm Ross. Ross Taylor.
Ross Taylor. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
So now, are you one of the founding members of this fest also too? Then, being that Soap was the first band, right?
Yeah, absolutely. The festival started from a. We were saving our buddy's cat, and it was a kegger, basically, with my band playing at it, and we raised enough money to pin the cat's leg back together, and it just developed from,
From there,
that's so on and so forth. It's just, it's kind of a weird thing. I mean, I've always loved animals to death, but I never thought that something would spawn like this off of something like that. A cat jumping off of a kennel cage and breaking his leg.
Whose cat was it?
The cat's name's Fred.
Good old Fred.
Fred. He's still alive to this day. He's doing well. He's fat as shit and just killing it. It's my buddy Adam. He actually lives like right down the road.
Adam, he's one of the founding members.
Yep, absolutely. He was the one that convinced me to have my band play at a show to raise money, like and throw a kegger to fix his cat's leg, and I must have been high or drunk or something. I'm like, okay, let's do it, and then they just kind of started from there. But yeah, they actually sold a dog to Oprah. Like they have they breed dogs like that's their job. So
okay, I see.
Pretty wild.
I see. So now, how many different bands are you in? Because obviously you have the 3 that's going on.
The guys that I did the Primus tribute with, those 2 guys are brothers, and those are my cousins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, those are my first cousins, and I taught my one cousin, that's a guitarist, like his first G chord, and he was like, "It's too hard, I can't do it." And then a couple years later, he's shredding around me.
It's like playing Primus.
Yeah. Like shredding around me, like after I, teach him one thing.
And you were on the bass.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I've always been like
ass.
a huge, influence on me. So is Geddy Lee, Victor Wooten,
sure,
Stanley Clark. All the greats. But
so now, are you strictly a bass player? You don't dabble?
No, I started with classical guitar.
Oh, wow.
And guitar, and then electric acoustic, and then went to a 5-string bass. And the second I picked up a bass, I knew that was the instrument that I needed, and my wife, for sure. Like
that's really awesome because as you said that, the bass just ripped heavy.
And speaking of which, that's an amazing bass player that has influenced me a lot is Janice from Family Groove Company.
Okay.
Yeah, that girl can lay it down like it's her job. She's just a pocket protector, if you will.
Yeah.
And just owns it. Just a Nazi of rhythm. Like she will not play offbeat ever. Like I love that.
Who is this playing bass now up there right now?
That's Janice.
Oh.
That's Janice playing right now.
All right, I confess, I don't know any of the members besides David Byrne and Talking Heads.
But the Family Groove Company? Have you ever?
I don't.
Okay. Great Illinois band. They're just unstoppable.
Now, you said Illinois. Are they from,
I don't know exactly, but
they're from here-ish.
Yeah. The first time I saw them was at summer camp in 03.
Now, are you guys at summer camp often?
Yes. Yeah, we were there this last year. It's always a blast.
Yeah, it's
to great. A festival grow like that.
Yeah.
It's like almost out of control.
It's a really good one. All the people that worked there were nice.
Oh no, for sure. It's a beautiful festival. I'd like to keep down on the farm. I'd like to cap it off at a certain point.
Is that right? Why?
What? Just more. Like Biggie said, more money, more problems. I just want,
Yeah, right. You have to hire more
I just
crew.
Want more family based. It's all about food and hospitality, and
sure.
If you get into here and you get a ticket, it's like extra valuable. It's makes it that much greater.
Yeah, I agree. And everyone, I say, as soon as we pulled up to the parking attendants, they were super cool and hanging out and jumping in our cars and talking. Yeah. And that seems to be like the general vibe throughout the whole place. It's great.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Food, music, food,
and beer.
And whiskey. No.
Whiskey. 2 gingers, is that right?
Seagrams are. I'm a Tullamore Dew guy. Technical. I love my Copper Pot Irish whiskey.
Tullamore Dew is one of my favorite all-time.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jameson. I just had too much of it or something. Not that it's not a great whiskey. It's just.
I'll drink Jameson for sure.
Yeah, it's just.
What about some Basil Hayden?
All day.
Yeah.
All day. This is my island.
Yeah.
If I can fight you for it.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of is your island right now, right? The next 2 days, you're not going fucking anywhere, are you?
No.
I'm
really.
trapped.
But the last couple of weeks we've been really pumping, working at this thing. We have a lot of. We couldn't do it without our, mod dad and all relatives on call.
We met your mom today. Your mom's name is Peg. Yeah.
Margaret.
Yeah.
Isn't it weird? A short
how is
Margaret is Peg?
Peggy. I never get it. No, never.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I never knew that. Yeah.
Old fashioned.
Yeah, like what the hell? Yeah. Oh.
You know what I'm talking about?
I do. I most certainly do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, Sharon. Oh, full fashion.
Oh.
I hope we don't get busted for copyright for using that joke. That was not our joke, and we know it. We admit it.
That's mine. We'll take full credit.
Full credit has been given. Well, man, being that the Talking Heads tribute is on stage right now,
yeah,
you might want to.
I have to look at the set list and see. You know, at a certain point, you become chillax about like entertainment in general, or like your job too. Like you get comfortable with talking to people and not overthinking shit and just like kind of just let it happen.
Sure.
You have to surrender to the universe once in a while if you want to go through life semi-happy.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Control freaks don't tend to do very well.
Not usually. Not usually, but I do have some OCDs like that. That just it demolishes my soul.
Name two.
I need to tighten up on that, and that's something we could all learn from. But
give us two OCD tendencies.
Yeah, we need them.
No, what do you have?
Oh,
personally,
symmetry.
So you hate my face right now.
No, not here. Like if a painting's crooked in a house, I will straighten it.
So facial symmetry is not an issue, though.
No.
So you're not totally OCD then.
Well, the one cheek's a little bigger, but it's good.
Well, it's also because I'm sitting like this too.
Is it the lighting?
Yeah. I want to look asymmetrical. That's our shtick for the show.
Oh my God. It was Don, right?
Yep. Al. Steve. Great to meet Al. Steve Wade.
All right. Thank you, Down the Farm. Thank you for everybody that helped us and. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Yes.
Yeah.
In that order?
If
you have sex after, if you have sex after, it's just gonna be a mess.
That's true.
That's why they always word it that way. It's like a guideline: sex, drugs, rock and roll.
Yeah, that's true.
Because let's face it, playing music sober really is lame. It's not as fun at all.
Sometimes.
Okay.
If you're playing Primus,
kids out there, don't watch this.
You better be sober.
Yeah.
if you're maybe Les wasn't, but I sure as shit have to be.
Yeah, that was great bass playing, by the way, on that. That was awesome.
Yeah, my cuticles are ripped off of my fingers for sure.
And rightfully so, sir.
Yeah, just doing this all day. He just moves his left hand and does this up and down while he's doing like butt all day.
I hate him for that. All right, well, have a great. What?
Yeah.
Hello? What?
Do what?
Well, hey, thanks for starting this whole thing, and it's great to see that it had blown up to this giant, enormous fest. And
yeah, it's been a beautiful experience, and we'd love to. We're always going to continue it, and potentially love to raise money. When we start making money at it,